Still, dude, that's some fucking scummy ass shit. Yeah, dude, come on, you're gonna tell me?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. It's like, oh, and then what the Germans do, build fucking awesome tanks and just, like, swamped France.
You know that, like, Panzerschreck actually means he who scares tanks. Thing that scares tanks.
Mm.
Like
Panzerschreck? That's the
Panzerschreck.
anti-tank.
Yeah,
thing,
that's
right?
like what Manu told me. Panzerschreck actually means thing that frightens tanks. God, you gotta love the German language. So fucking poetic. You know, like, I kind of understand, like, the Japanese mentality to war now.
What, fucking YOLO?
No, like, the whole renouncement of war and things like that. In Japanese constitution, they renounce war.
Oh, currently. And they,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, people like, I totally, I mean, I never, like, was taught this in, like, school or anything, but the Japanese had this, like, mentality that they're, like, superior to every, like, Eastern country out there.
Yeah.
To every Asian country out there.
Well, Shinto religion, which is a Japanese religion, it actually has, like, you know, the mythology is that the Japanese are like descendants of God, basically.
And you know, they did some evil shit in World War II. I mean, we talk about the fucking Germans, but I mean, people forget, like, World War II, Japan was making bioweapons.
We are firing upon allies. Cease.
Like, in World War II, fucking Japan had anthrax and Manchuria ready to fucking just throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Unit 731, 741. You gotta read that book.
Yeah, but to be honest, every country does.
No, but
I mean,
like the Japanese,
really?
like the Japanese had this fucking ideology. At least a dude in the Japanese army had this ideology that says, we can't beat America by battleships. We gotta rule the world with waging biological attacks. We gotta anthrax them back to the fucking Stone Age.
Well, just like the same as America's fascination of nukes. You know, we gotta fucking to win. We just gotta use fucking nukes. And I mean, even though when America used the nukes, they were already winning the war. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the turning point. The turning point was halfway. You know,
Like-
the base on halfway. That was the turning point.
Like, the turning point was getting Wake Island. You got Wake Island, you assured the Pacific battles. Easy.
Yeah.
You got Normandy, you know, I feel like, I don't know about European battles, what, like, cemented it, but at least
Oh yeah,
the Pacific.
the turning point was definitely D-Day, right? Because like,
I don't want to say D-Day. Maybe Battle of the Bulge.
no, I mean like, because if you think about it, there
Or
was
maybe
no.
maybe retaking Holland. No, retaking Amsterdam.
Why would that be the turning point? I mean,
Because you've, like, staved off, like, Paris, and basically you're right at their door. In a sense, you're like, by, like, gaining Amsterdam, you're just, like, putting them on two fronts instead of one.
well, they weren't. This is why D-Day was such a big thing. Is because before D-Day, Germany was only fighting one front, and that was the Eastern Front against Russia. Then, as soon as D-Day happened, then Germany was forced to fight on two fronts.
More, actually, if you count Africa.
Africa was already won by like a few years before that.
No. Just,
Like that's why, like Africa was already finished. So there was just no, they were trying to figure out: do we invade Italy? Do we invade France? You know, where do we exactly go?
So why they call it the spirit of Dunkirk? Is it the spirit of fucking losing?
It's because basically the government stranded a whole bunch of soldiers on a botched up invasion like D-Day. It was like a landing similar to D-Day, but on a smaller scale. They kind of fucked it up, and there was a whole bunch of soldiers stranded. So, well, a whole bunch of civilians mobilized in like fishing boats, and like they all just drove over across the channel to pick up soldiers. That's why it's the spirit of Dunkirk.
Double time. Archers.
On my target!
I mean, many people fucking died because it's like they were getting shot at while they were trying to get into boats and shit, and bombed and shit.
Phalanx!
Archers.
Focus fire!
Spears. At once.
So I need steps.
Run. Spears.
Greeks! Phalanx! Find the feet of our enemies.
It's gonna become some pretty ass shit, yo.
Archers. Attack.
Focus fire!
Spears. Without delay. Destroy.
On my target!
Run.
We will have their base! We must cease fire! Our allies are in there!
Man, it feels too hot to play anything.
Quick.
Go to bed, sleep.
Oh, it's too hot to sleep. It's like sticky hot.
Keep them back!
Yeah.